Tell me about Anaris.
He is the light, the hope of Elvenan, the bringer of...
Tell me about the war against the Evenuris.
Even now, the armies of Anaris wage a glorious war against the...
Tell me about the armies.
The chosen of Elvenan, made pure and stripped of their want to serve the great Anaris.
So demons. He made an army of demons. Damn it, Syrian. What have you done? Oh, Rook.
It's a bad time.
Sorry, is now a bad time? I can come back.
It's not great, but later won't be better. Syrian. He wants to meet, to explain himself.
It's kind of hard to explain turning people into demons.
I know. Talking to him again, knowing what I know, it's hard. Beyond hard. And that's if this isn't all a big trap.
Listen to your gut. Would he really try to lure you into a trap?
I would have said no before all of this. The Syrian I know cared, loved his people more than anything. He kept me grounded, focused, made sure I was okay. And I took care of him, protected him because I loved my little brother and I owed him. But what he is now, who he is now, I don't know. I'd hoped the archive would make it easy. Tell me it was a misunderstanding. But Anaris is evil, full stop. And if my brother's working with him...
I know this is hard for you, but you know we have to stop them, right?
I know, I get it. He's my brother, though.
Yeah, probably a
The
wrong
day
thing
he
to say.
died, or I thought he died, it was the worst day of my life. I don't know if I can do that again.
So what are you gonna do?
Meet with him.
Are you okay with that?
No, but I need to talk to him, convince him he's wrong.
And if that doesn't work?
Will you come with me?
Of course.
Thanks, Rook. Really. Just tell me when you're ready.
There's something I need to do, back home.
Everything all right?
Yeah, just chasing Aelia. It brings a lot up. If you're around, maybe. I'd take the company.
Sure thing, Nev.
I'm always there for you, Nev. Always.
Hey, Rook. Have time for something outside the lighthouse? I was going to head to Arlithan with Hassan. See a real sky again. You're welcome to join us.
You don't get it. About the Kunari stuff. That's my mother's crap.
But you know so much more than you give yourself credit for.
But never as much as her.
Ah,
Don't me. She's the expert.
of course she is. She has decades of experience. But a proper teacher never makes a student feel inadequate.
Maybe in Navarra.
Good, you're here.
What happened?
A note from Viago. Katerina is alive.
What? How?
Zara's carcass told the truth. Ilario didn't arrange Katarina's death because he spirited her away. Katarina has been a prisoner in her own villa, with Ilario as her keeper.
If there's any justice, she's made Ilario's life a misery every single day.
Ilario is making his move. He's hosting the talents of the crows at Via della Morte. All of them.
That's a good way to get himself killed. Unless he's got something up his sleeve.
Maybe he thinks his blood magic will be enough to control them all. We have to do this carefully. Ilario has to be expecting us.
You think he knows that we know about him and Algernon?
He wouldn't be
Think
avoiding
he
us
knows that we
otherwise.
know he knows
Be
we know?
ready for a trap.
It'll be slow going through Treviso.
Not for us. We're going by water, and Spite is keen to get this done.
Then let's make this a night to remember.
What's it, the funky magic up there?
Ballora, you came. I am surprised.
I almost didn't. With everything that happened, I didn't want to. But you're my brother. Still, even with all of that. Did you come? Alone?
Yes. Though you didn't.
Not after what happened to Hamuel, to Yanarl, the others.
Whoa.
The ritual should have granted them purity, strength. That it did not. That is my failure. I was not worthy. I will do better. I must do better. For Ornaris. For our people.
Anaris is building an army, Syrian. The ritual worked exactly like he wanted it to.
No. Ornaris would never do that. He wants what's best for our people. It was my failure, and my failure alone.
He's a warlord. That's all he is, all he ever was.
So said the Evanuris. But the victors write the histories. He fought to make our people great. And the Evanuris fought to keep them in fetters. He showed me the world as it once was, as it could be again.
How many elves have to die to get there?
Greatness requires sacrifice.
No, that's not the Syrian I know. He's influencing you through the mask, poisoning your thoughts.
My thoughts remain my own, Ballora. Why can you not accept that I chose this willingly? Through this mask, I feel what he feels. When he thinks of our people rising once more, have you ever felt the warmth of a god's happiness or the cold bite of their fear?
What is it he's afraid of then?
I'm not sure, but it haunts him, consumes his thoughts. I must help him. Help us to face whatever it is.
So he hasn't told you what it is he's afraid of?
No, but no doubt he keeps it from me for good reason.
So you'll do whatever he says to fight some phantom threat?
There are people, Syrian. They deserve better than this. That's what you taught me. You were my anchor, Syrian. You kept me grounded. When my thoughts lied to me, you always told me the same thing. Do you remember? Trust your heart, Boris Shivan. It's a good heart, and it'll never lie to you. So why won't you trust it now?
I must do what I must.
Me too.
Thought she was about to like fucking stab him.
We're gonna have to stop them. Him.
I know. Come on. You've got work to do.
Fuck. What's the best way there? He's gonna run right
Trouble
past.
coming.
Nope. He's gonna ignore it. Ignore it.
A picnic, huh?
Romantic.
Not how I pictured hanging out with a monster hunter.
Evka and Antoine's doing. They told me after all the wardens have been through, and what's ahead, I should take a break.
I'm surprised you actually listened.
You know how sad Antoine can look?
So, what did you pack for the picnic?
Emmerich helped me brew a ginger wort truffle tea. I thought we'd see what all the fuss is about.
Has Emmerich actually tried this tea out yet?
He looked it up in some books. Says people used to drink it all the time.
And lived to tell about it?
Bottoms up.
Did we not
That's
bring any
not
ginger wort
bad.
truffles for
It's
the boy?
gingery, but also garlic, hints of mushroom, something else. Well, I've never eaten a worm, but yeah, it is a little earthy. Wait,
what?
What? There, Davrin.
What?
Huh?
Hassan just talked to me.
Huh? What did he say?
No, not that. What you said before.
Emmerich said ginger wort might have some kind of magical properties.
More than might.
Maybe it affects some people more than others. You all right, Rook?
Rank finally snapped.
It's happened. Everything was too much for me, and now... That's right, Hassan. Worms.
Sorry, Rook. I think you're extra sensitive to ginger wort.
Oh, maybe that's it.
So much for a relaxing picnic.
It's still nice to get away from it all.
Having a bad trip.
And with good company.
Dang, that's it. Okay, let's check. No, that's that bridge. Can't cross that. Viso, I think we'll do Docktown. Viso. Where's her quest? Not seeing it. There it is.
Brooke, hey.
What's this?
As you found their names, I felt them whisper through the fade. My own name changed. I am now Eulogy. I will remember them. A light glowing in memory.
Okay.
Hey, do you know someone named Traylon? A little bit younger than you. Dark hair, big for an elf.
Oh, I know him. Knew him. I mean, when we were kids. Is he a warden friend of yours?
He was, until Weiss helped. Now they want to find his family. Tell them he died a hero.
I'll talk to Strife. He'll know what to do.
The Minrathous Wall of Light.
A light to remember the dead.
Unless the family lacks mages to keep them lit, or the money for one, then you're left in the dark to Vintir's subtlety. This was Brahms.
Rana's old partner.
His light was out when I got here. I should have been back sooner.
The light drawn echoes back. In Aeternum.
Formalities. He wasn't big on those, but he'd appreciate it. I'm stopping Aelia.
Looks like we had the same idea.
Rana?
He read serials between assignments. Romance. The last one ended on a cliffhanger. He was sure he knew the ending. I never checked if he was right.
Like Balara.
He'd have liked our friend Balara. She loves those things. Although she expects happy endings.
So did he. At least on the page.
Better chance there than here.
You're not the only one chasing Aelia. I've tracked some of her followers. They aren't quick to talk. Most said I'd be saved soon. But I did get the name of a place. Sanctum Lucican.
Ominous formal name. Tied to Elganon. Off to a good start.
Yep.
You forgot the catch.
It's an old temple. A lost one. If there's a record of its location, I can't find it.
It's more than we had. I can track this down.
And you'll tell me? Look, I know who else you work with, what they might suggest, but what are you going to do?
The best I can.
Right. Docktown will see...
What, Rana? Magisters who look the other way? Bribed Templars, Venatori who walk?
They see you.
Is that all? What will that mean?
Brom's light. Thanks.
I do what I can.
This one? Who tried that? I'm gonna do Kanas. I still need. I want to up Tasha's. Whatever you call it. Okay, got a comp in them. Tasha should actually tie up at 6. Reconnaissance is about to be close, but that's because he's hardened. Oh, when did I 100% Docktown? I don't remember that. Okay. Now it's 2. No?
Good. We're past the blight and no one hurt our gondola.
Yep.
Where to now?
We go under the bridge.
We aren't going in through a sewer, are we?
No sewers in Treviso. The streets are barely above water as it is. There's a hidden escape route. That's our way inside. Over there. That's the entrance.
Your house has a secret escape route, and Ilario didn't post a guard on it?
Ilario doesn't know it's here.
Why not?
Katarina didn't even tell me about it. I found it laying here alone as a boy.
Okay.
What the?
He let them into the house. Now I'll have to get the whole thing cleaned.
I can't see shit. Jesus Christ, I really cannot see anything. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. Which means I'm gonna come here. Helped at all. It helps a tiny bit. Oh. Okay. Treviso's a bit too dark. I'm not a fan.
How much trouble can one kill them for the glory of Tavinta reborn?
Is that something about an old woman?
Katarina.
Katarina must be a difficult prisoner.
And here we are. Welcome to Villa de la Morte.
No wonder Ilario wants to inherit.
Home? Smells like dust and linseed oil.
Don't say that one.
Katerina is in earshot.
That was our first Lucana's gear in I think quite some fucking time. See that all matters relating to the accounts are sent through me. Much as we may wish for her guiding hand and not mind, I will not see my grandmother's house fall to ruin.
It's about to get fun.
Who goes there?
The last person you will ever see.
Nice one!
Done. Where are the next?
Shit. How do I get to you? Whoa. Oh, wrong. Other way then. Hey, fucking what?
They've made themselves comfortable, but we'll get them out.
Did I miss a door? Other side? No.
So, you lived here?
Hilario and I both did, until we were 18.
What about your parents?
Killed by a rival house. We would have ended up with Katerina anyway, to train. They're close.
You halt!
We need to close it.
Okay. Love that.
No Venatori leave this house alive. Clear. Be ready. Intruder! First the blight come into my city, and now you want my house.
Gonna be taking fire! Come on, get your head in the fight! Okay. Chakra to Ebra.
Why do you keep saying Chakra to Ebra if it's something you don't personally agree with? Posh? Long line of Delamort family members. Lucanus' name has been crossed out and replaced with an Ingrid skull. Demon. Someone upset. Assuming every letter we find was written by Ilario.
Hey!
Trouble coming our way.
Hey, Crow!
Fucking wrecked. The Divine's hat. What? A melon?
The family rooms are up ahead. First her, and then we find what we seek.
The power of the gods themselves is at our command, and we're thwarted by a door. There!
The door's been barred from the inside.
So we bust down the door and get attacked, probably?
Which is why I'll go first.
Katerina. Lucanus. My poor boy.
We'll escort you someplace safe before we go after Ilario.
You'll do no such thing. There's no time for heroic nonsense.
Heroic nonsense saved your grandson and is rescuing you now. I won't let Ilario do more damage.
Go. I'll meet you in the opera house.
Sun coming from my right.
I hope she can keep herself safe.
Welcome to House de la Morte, Rook.
We will not bicker like children. Where a blade is poised to strike, we will press it through the vein. Where a goblet has been poured, we will lace it through with poison. The talons will act as one on this matter, and Antiva will be free.
Do you have a plan to deal with Ilario? Lucanus?
I'm working on it. The traitor deserves no mercy.
Oh, Spite has a plan. Hold on, I'm gonna fucking close my blinds on this. Oh goodness, that would go. It's better. Much better. Around for some good old loot. Lucanus, where is the loot around your house? Uh-huh. I feel like I could probably sell a lot of the resources that I have for gold. I have to take a look at what the upgrades cost, though. Make sure. I feel like we're going towards a fight. Whoa.
This is it. Get ready.
Freeze.
You have a plan now, right?
Freeze frame.
Knives are involved.
Okay. We're gonna be stabbing bitches. Cutting bitches.
Katerina's death was a tragedy. But to get Lucanus back from the dead, only to lose him to a demon. For me, it is a deep, personal loss. And so, I take the mantle of First Talon with a heavy heart. But the crows could rise from the ashes. With our new allies, the Venatori, we could reclaim Antiva. Over my dead body. That can be arranged. Guild cannot overpower us both. Now you fall. Venatori, we honor your alliance. Now, the demon of Veilguard is here. Stay dead, Lucanus. On this on your head. You started this. I'm ending it.
Rook, get up there to Ilario.
Rook, fall back. Leave Ilario to me.
Watch your right side.
Look at you, Lucanus. This is Say it. They're just standing in my way. I know the kind. Sorry, Rook. Nothing personal.
Oh, got him.
What are you waiting for, cousin? Finish what you start. I already did. What am I ever going to do that is worse than this? On your knees, in front of every house.
Get up, Ilario.
Katerina, thank the Maker.
No one from House de la Morte kneels.
Mierda. What am I supposed to do with this idiot?
He tried to kill you and got you imprisoned, and kidnapped the first Talon, and made a deal with the Venatori.
Too much to forgive. But he's still all I've got. Viago, lock him up.
You think you can put me away? That is not your decision, is it? Caterina is still first Talon.
Enough, Hilario. Lucanes is first Talon now. His decision stands.
You're lucky he didn't cut your throat.
Welcome home, my boy.
A toast to the new first Talon.
To Lucanus!
You have maximum money, you do not spend arrows with. Oh! That's pretty good. Pretty good, if you ask me. Oh god, it's fucking glitching again. Jesus Christ.
Shall we make a discreet exit?
I'm ready, but are you sure? They're celebrating you.
I have other plans for the evening.
Like what?
Really? You came all the way back here for coffee? The stuff in your villa wasn't good enough?
It's better if I make it myself. And I wanted some quiet.
So, first Talon of the Crows, huh? Does that mean you'll be leaving us?
No. We have a contract. Besides, she may have stepped down, but there's no stopping Caterina from giving all the orders. I still cannot believe she did that.
Are you holding up okay after, you know, Hilario and your grandmother and everything?
I wouldn't call it okay, exactly. Fucking Hilario.
Do you regret putting him in prison?
No, not with Treviso in such chaos. The last thing I need is my full cousin causing more. Let Hilario sit and think on his mistakes. It may do him good.
I was surprised you spared him at all, really.
So was I. But I don't have a lot to lose. What there is, Hilario, Caterina. This team. I'm not giving that up.
Got him to 7. Bell. Capron wants to chat. I don't think I'm getting a merchant for the crows back.
Rook, up for a quick trip? I figured it'd be good to check in with Epka. See how the Wardens are doing.
Oh, hey, Rook.
What are you working on?
Oh, it's part of that artifact, you know, from the ritual. I wanted to see how they did what they did, what it meant. Tried asking that thing, it won't tell me.
The knowledge of the great Anaris is...
A theme! At least I figured that out. How to make it go away, I mean. Damn it! We were getting through to Syrian. He almost listened.
He was listening to you, Balara, because you're his sister.
He was my brother, my only brother. And just for a moment, he was my brother again. Then he wasn't. Then he was a person I might need to... I don't think I can, Rook. Do that.
This stuff's never easy, and it never should be. You become a Naris when the hard choices don't hurt anymore.
I want to believe, to hope, that it won't come to that. And that we get through to him, somehow.
I really hope you're right.
Well, either way, we'll be able to find them.
How?
Oh, I didn't tell you. Right. The artifact. Couldn't figure out how it did it. Made those demons, I mean. But I attuned its resonance, and I'll know where they are next time, before they finish. So we can stop them. However we have to.
We'll save your brother, Balara.
I hope you're right. I really do. But if we don't...
Some got in my eye. Ah.
Anyway, I should get back. To work, I mean. I don't think we have much time.
Okay. Well, might as well. Checking on all the companion stuff while it's showing up. Here is that. That's an exploration spot. And looks like I'm back there, maybe.
Okay, let's run some more practice.
Evka, any word out of the deep roads?
Not yet. We're kicking at rocks looking for Isaiah. Anyone who knows anything about...
Griffins? Aerials of the Grey Wardens? They went extinct during the Exalted Age.
Hassan says hello.
That sounded more like he's hungry.
Same thing.
It's all the same to him.
Been trying to teach him new words, and feed me as his favorite.
Can I ride him?
Let's give him a few years to grow. How's his training, Davrin?
Better than I hoped. We're starting to see eye to eye. Hoping it'll make it easier with his brothers and sisters when we find them.
There's more?
A whole family.
Can't wait to have them with us. After Weishaupt, the Wardens need hope. Something real, something pure. Having the Griffins at our side would be like old friends coming home.
They weren't always treated like friends.
I know. What Isaiah did won't be forgotten.
What happened?
Let's just say the Wardens didn't always take good care of them.
A mistake we'll never repeat. Asan and the others will be treated like respected warriors. We'll rebuild together.
Bring the snack.
It's gonna take a lot of bribery. Better stock up on their snacks.
I can feed them.
We might just take you up on that.
And my dad can forge griffin armor.
Hear that, Asan? You'll always have a home with us. Let me know how it goes finding the rest of the flock, or pride, or...
How about Feather Brigade? We'll stay in touch.
Yeah. Davern, you can be better than that.
Anton keeps listening to something. With the Blight.
He's got something in mind.
Let's upgrade the Hall of Valor. Wait.
Lost the roll when your team divvied up the loot? Come treat yourself!
Damn. On takedown, gain gold and glory. Ooh. I want to just buy everything.
Kick some ass!
Let me guess, someone else is gonna have something to say. No. Okay. We can do main story. A little bit.
Venatori are gathering deep in the forest. They've brought the Dalish with them.
Not long till the sacrifices start, then.
We did kill Gilanine's archdemon. The gods will want more power, and fast.
Then we strike while they're weak.
And we're not letting our people be killed.
No, we're not.
You know the gods best, Rook. The Veiljumpers are ready. Just give the word.
I'll go get Nev. She deals with Venatori the most.
Good point. We know where the Dalish are, and we know what we have to do. Let's do it.
Then we ride, and pray that fate is on our side.
Yeah. Just gonna take a quick little venture. Oh, Nev is required for this? Alright. Oh yeah, Bellara did say Nev. Oh, that's a lot of them.
Well? They're waiting for something. There's talk of a sacrifice.
Do they mean the clan? They mean the clan, don't they?
Well, the tracks suggest the captives are on the other side of the clearing. You'll have to go through the crowd.
They're gathering to watch people be killed?
It's the Venatori. Spilling blood is their religion.
And we won't let that happen.
We're gonna get that close to a crowd of Venatori?
It's quickest. I found you some disguises.
We're going sneaky.
Oh, that doesn't smell good. Oh, it's sticky. Why is it sticky?
Blood. Hopefully.
Oh.
Make sure you split up. You don't want to draw attention.
Nev, I need you with me. You know the Venatori best.
It's
and you're
good
probably
in that
the only
Venatori
one who
outfit,
can
though.
convince them you belong there.
I'm all yours.
And we'll be your entourage.
We'll try to keep the escape routes clear. Get the Dalish and get out of there. And please, try not to stand out.
What about everyone else?
They'll be close, but it's safer to move in small groups.
I thought I saw someone. In the trees. Strife and the Veil Jumpers.
The others, maybe. You don't see Strife unless he wants you to.
Must look around for loot. Must not miss loot. Oh, that's a box.
Going to bleed the Dalish deer.
That's a holla. Why are they killing it? Poor thing.
We can't do anything that'll draw attention to ourselves.
Then heed us. Rook, we don't have to watch this. It won't be pretty.
Oh.
Can we go? Please.
Did you come from Minrathous?
Oh, I saw it go. Oh, I'm killing every single person here. Every single Venatori is dying. The boys and I found a bunch of things in the ruin. Stuff the Dalish missed. You can feel lingering magic in some of it. Roger headed back to the city for Templar business. Counting on you to get this shit out of here before others find it. You know some of them will just want to worship it or something, but I'd rather line my pockets. Charged bow shots.
We live in exciting times, my friends. They've returned. Our enemies
frames are rough.
Why, if it isn't oil in Vera.
Why is it all in Vera?
This whole place makes my skin crawl.
Right. It feels just wrong.
Stop. Who are you? I don't recognize any of you.
You don't recognize me?
I don't. Magister. Lady,
Appalling. They'll hire anyone these days.
I'm sorry, my lady. I was given instruction to...
Tell someone who gives a damn. Why am I still waiting? Where are the gods? When does the ritual start?
Gods. But only the Lord Elgarnon is here, and he is still preparing.
Useless. Out of my way. It's Elgarnon, not Gillenane like we expected.
That was impressive.
They expect strength and power from someone like me.
A mage.
Specifically, a human mage.
Show them what they expect, and you don't get questions. But as I was saying, Gillenane's not here. It's just Elgarnon.
Elgarnon might be here, but he doesn't know we are.
But he will, you know, once we rescue his sacrifices.
We'll worry about that when we have to.
Then let's keep moving for now.
Does anyone else hear that?
I don't like the eerie whispers.
I feel you. I see you. I know how you suffer. Come to me, and I will ease your soul.
I feel it.
Your gods have returned. Give yourself to me, and be seated at my side when the Imperium rises again.
He's making promises.
For hundreds of years you have mourned the loss of your dragon gods. From beyond the veil, I heard your lament, and have come to deliver you from
our whole
desolation.
teammate.
Dragon of night, I break your chains. Hear my voice and rise. I am Elgarnon, once called Lucicon, and I have returned.
The Archdemon is already fueling him.
Your Tevinter crumbles under its own weight. I can restore it. All you must do is obey me, worship me, love me, and kneel.
I know this magic. It's old and dangerous. Mythalinas. It's too strong, I can't break it.
We've got this.
I'm trying to conceal us. He'll know someone broke his hold.
Valara bought us some time, but we have to go. Now.
Oh man, Elgarnon is really well voice acted. Oh man, he is intimidating. He is.
Venatori, there are uninvited guests among you. Bring them to me.
Oh, they know.
He's sending the cult after us.
But Elgranon is right there. Shouldn't we try?
No, we can't touch him now that his archdemon's in play. I won't risk Dalish lives.
They cannot withstand us.
Oh shit, they don't combo with each other.
Great! My job's done. Your turn.
Work together. We've been spotted. I feel
Now it's your turn.
Bitch, would you stand still?
good to go.
Good work, everyone.
We're gonna be fighting his dragon, won't we? The archdemon.
Eyes open. Can't get along.
Look there, the archdemon.
Yeah. So maybe we avoid its attention? We're not alone. Credit there.
Lots of Imperial weave.
I want the interlopers at my feet. Your continued failure is a disappointment to your god.
Riling them up. They won't back down now.
What happens when they don't give him what he wants?
All that for 3 crystal and 2 heartwood? Okay. That was trash.
Darkspawn?
Of course. Why wouldn't the Venatori bring their new friends on a walk?
It doesn't seem to be yet.
Gillen ain't lost her dragon. Might make Elganon more cautious.
I hope. Distracting to just stay far away. Doesn't need to come over to where I am.
I've got the setup, you do the rest.
Damn.
We're getting good at this.
Well, I was a bit stupid there, and well, I have one healing potion now. Where? There.
Those are Dalish arrows. Looks like Strife and the others have our backs.
Oh no, Strife is
That'll
so
take some of
dead.
the pressure off. We have to use this chance to get to the prisoners.
We haven't had someone die yet in this whole game. At least someone we care about. They're killing Strife. Strife is the... Yeah, I just realized that. They haven't fucking killed off anyone in the game. Because Katarina's alive.
Over there, that cage. I think that's where the Dalish are being held.
Right. Let's do this.
You, intruder, have defiled my temple and spurned the gifts I offer. You could have had a place of honor as my disciple.
Not gonna go down that way. We always want to check out the wrong ways first. Maximum lootage. Oh, not that.
This way. We have to be quick before the Venatori catch up.
3 lanes. But it doesn't look like... Okay, a little weird design there. I don't think this really benefited from having 3 different lanes of approach.
That way, through the gate.
Hold on.
Beat the odds there.
We're gonna get attacked. Robot is gonna attack us momentarily.
Shit! Oh, damn it! Shut tight and the locking mechanism is on the other side.
So you're saying we're stuck?
There has to be another way out.
Not if we have anything to say about it.
We're stuck! Gate's shut and we can't open it from here.
Leave it to us, but stay alive. There's Venatori headed your way.
Wave survival. Okay.
About to have a problem.
Venatori!
Worry.
How's it looking?
There's a lot of small gears and things. Just hang on.
He died for the goal.
Tell me we're close to getting this thing open.
Still working on it.
There's an entire Venatori army coming for us.
You can handle nowhere to run.
Watch behind you.
Still no luck. Really? Are you sure you can open this?
Who made this game? Why is it like this?
Blood Forge. Uh-oh. Oh, hello.
Get clear.
Good to go.
Got you covered. Well, Rook, that goes to you.
Okay. It could have been cool.
How's that? Look at that.
Come on, come on.
Well, that's good.
We'll keep as many off you as we can. Go get the Dalish.
Your fight is futile. My Venatori are legion. Surrender, and I may yet show mercy.
Couldn't see too well there, but you gotta squint. Fucking see shit, I guess. Anywhere in this goddamn game. The damaged journal of an Arlathon Veiltrumper. Most of the writing is now illegible, but it seems to detail the Veiltrumper's exploration of the ancient temple. Of particular interest is the following. I found a passage that took me to the top of the structure. Incredible view. We'll need to spend more time exploring. Get up there myself. Definitely not that. So it must be further in.
Wait, this feels off.
Oh, shit.
Oh, this isn't good. We weren't here a minute ago.
Come on!
on! We need to find a path through. We still need to think of the Dalish.
Ah, so that is what you're after. The Elven have been chosen to serve a glorious purpose.
Okay, this is very not good.
It's Elganon. He's found us.
And she's got us trapped. The longer we stay here, the more danger we're in.
Shit, there's blight here. There wasn't blight before.
You cannot stand against me. Every action of yours is futile. My power grows even now.
Come on!
You are nothing but an insect. Resist if you like. I have an eternity to spare.
The Dalish need help, and we're losing precious time going around in circles.
Nice work.
Do we know the Dalish are still alright? What if Elganon sends the Venatori to...
One thing at a time. Let's focus on getting out.
Rook, can you hear me?
Solus?
Something's wrong.
I thought I just heard Solus.
You are correct. Elganon's magic has thinned the veil, allowing me to speak to you directly.
I heard him again. Tell me one of you heard that.
Not really.
I don't trust
Sorry.
Solus.
I fear we lack the time for explanation. If you can rescue the elves, Elganon is mine to face.
What do you mean?
Elganon! Lathalin! Mabanal Avanuris! Masalin Algalana!
Didn't need to get that to get that.
Yeah.
Let's keep moving. Solus is gonna distract Elganon.
Alright.
Fen'Harel, you have no power here.
Sounds like they're arguing. That's good.
As long as it keeps him off us.
So, the Dread Wolf has arrived to defend his pawn.
Your cruelty forced my hand.
100 generations and still the same refrain.
Again, you have caged our people, and again I will set them free.
But you are always stubborn, Fen'Harel. Insubordinate, unmanageable, even by Mythal's reckoning.
You have lost the right to speak her name.
Avana's man, Shevgar Fen'Harel.
The only reason Mythal joined you was that she knew the monster you would become if left unchecked. She thought to temper your brutish ego. Instead, you betrayed her, murdered her.
Only the first time, Dread Wolf.
You okay?
I can hear them in my head.
Oh, fuck it.
Watch out!
Your struggle is pointless, and your faith in the Dread Wolf is misplaced. Give up. Save yourself. Save your friends.
They wrote the gods.
I think this is it.
Well.
I think we're through. You should be near where you need to be. With luck, you can still save the elves.
Dude, Elgarnon is fucking intimidating. Oh man, I love it.
And there, the Dalish!
Another of those crystals! Break it and the gate should open!
The cruelty is nothing new. But what has happened to the vaunted brilliant mind of Elgarnon the Mighty? The blight has left you blunt and slow. A monster, not a mastermind. You used to be a challenging opponent.
You saw me as an opponent. To me, you were an irritation. A fly buzzing ceaselessly.
I must speak to you in this tongue. It seems Elven is beyond your grasp.
As much as freedom is beyond yours.
What? Were you talking to? Sorry, they're very loud.
Get them! Kill them! We cannot bear Lord Elgarn's company.
Once the blight is free, it will rule this world, and you will be its attack dog. You will burn this world at its command, as Andrul did in yours. You will leave only ruin behind you.
This world is ruined already. Your veil destroyed it.
You could heal it. You have the strength to repair the damage without using the blight.
Save your games for the mortals, Dread Wolf. The blight is my blade, and it will take more than your tricks to get me to lay it down.
Charlie, lose yours.
So Fen'Harel, Trisolas just revealed more of what he wants to do. He would totally fucking abandon us inside with the Avenurus if they were to step into the violence. That's not good.
Over here! Help us, please!
You saved us. Time to get out of here. I can guide you to one of my old hideouts. You can use it to make your escape. The wards still in place there will shield you all from Elgarnon's sight.
Solus, thank you.
We missed one chest.
Let's go! Let's go! Run! Run!
It's tough being a Venatori. It was their duty to secure the sacrifices. It was their duty to ensure the ritual went perfectly. But despite all their efforts, Elgarnon was disappointed. The cult would do anything to please their gods. The cult would give anything to atone. Anything. It really is tough being a Venatori.
We'd lost all hope, and then...
And then you swooped in out of nowhere to save us.
He would have killed us to feed his dragon.
Indeed. Masaranas, Lethalin.
It was a team effort.
It often is. Some fights can't
They
be
still
won
haven't
alone.
killed anyone big.
Celebrate the victories as they come. They're rare enough.
And tomorrow we'll have to deal with another archdemon.
And it will have regained its strength. Elgar'nan sacrificed his own Venatori to it, a punishment for their failures. The Venatori who escaped scurried back to Deventer. If the Venatori move again, the Shadow Dragons will hear about it first. The Veil Jumpers will fight our own battles against the gods. Any help you can offer would be appreciated.
I should probably talk to Solus.
Right there. Nav. I only ever heal when I need it, so. There. Tosh even gained something. Sweet. Falling hard. So Tosh. Tosh and Lucanus could use some. I'll be right back because I gotta piss. So be a B screen incoming.
And I'm not gonna do the bitch play of hiding in a corner. No. No. I did that the first time I played this game.
That thing looks
But
like
not
it smells
this
worse
time.
than Grease does.
I am a pro gamer, Ogdo. You have no power here. You can't even hit now. Fuck. Oh, he hits hard. Woo. Pro fucking gamer. Oh, am I? Oh. That is cool. I'm putting this, let's put this. I didn't break it. As you can see, I can't. I cannot, I can't read chat. I'm scared. I actually, oh.
We should find Maggie. She'll want to know about the camp.
All right, let's go find her.
And I was told the moon was made of ladies' tears.
It ain't?
It ain't true. Not one little bit. But I like you boys. But I ain't got
It's
more
not?
than 700 on me. You want it or you want it?
Yeah. God, I haven't touched this sword and so. That did not sound right. That you when you I assumed you had already finished streaming. I'm a contemptible blood pervert. Who the fuck
the fuck writes these dialogue choices and is like, I know that. Yes, that line right there. I'm a contemptible blood pervert. I'm saying it. I've never felt the touch of a woman. Kiss myself. I have a big ego. I do have a big ego. All right, let's bump up the brightness, or the exposure, real quick, cause it's dark. Boom. Thing. Right. So it looks like we just go talk to Solus. I mean, there is quests in the dead people, but
The Evanures
we're
do
not
not
far away on
need
that.
a own
Is there gonna be? I want more information on Solus's rebellion friend. We haven't heard from him in a while.
I'm sorry your brother has an elven god in his head.
Sort of. Thanks. I'm sorry. I shouldn't make it anyone else's problem.
That's Vashadan.
What?
It means garbage.
Okay. Yes, context clues help there. But what do you mean, garbage?
He's your brother. He's family. Nobody twists you up like family. Your head's twisted up enough already. So don't do it alone. Let us help with your brother.
Thank you. That's... I don't know what to say. It's very nice. Twisted up. That... Huh. Yeah.
You know, Balara is a character that grows on you. But it does kind of feel like her early personality was a bit more over the top. And like I definitely, so what I'm getting the vibe here, what I'm seeing anyway, is that the writing, it feels like it's getting stronger the deeper we go in. Now I do think Solus has been written well since the beginning. But in terms of like the character writing, they feel like they've gotten stronger as the further we go in. And maybe that's just as we get to know them a bit more as characters, they become better, and maybe the writing has been consistent throughout, but to me it kind of feels like a little, and I don't think inconsistent is necessarily the right word to use. But it's the best word that I can think of off the top of my head to kind of explain my feelings of a chunk of the writing here.
Lucanus, have you ever had a dream where you forgot you had a job to do?
And you only remember it at the last moment?
Oh, I hate those.
All the time.
And then you go to do the job and your teeth fall out.
Not had that one.
For me, it's always, and then I left my boots in Treviso somehow.
I definitely think that, yeah, the companions are, on the whole, a way more likable in this game than their counterparts in Inquisition. But I will say, I think I loved Iron Bull. Of course, it was nice having Varric. Solus. I think the peak of Inquisition's companions are still better than what is here. I think the average is better here than it was in Inquisition, but I think the peak of Inquisition still has this game beat out. In terms of the, like, I mean, Lucanus is great, but like Iron Bull, Solus, Cole, Sarah and Blackwall didn't care much for. Cassandra, she's kind of middle of the line for me. I hated the mage woman. Can't remember her name. And then of course Dorian, right? Like Dorian, Solus, Iron Bull, I would say are the three peak companions in Inquisition. And I don't see, I think right now, Lucanus is the only one that kind of is up there with them for me. Emmerich, I think, is getting there. I love Nev, but I don't know, the story that she had, her companion story just isn't all that interesting to me. I like Harding's, because it's answering questions left over from Inquisition, and so I'm of course gonna like that. Davrin's got Griffins, but like Davrin himself, I'm kind of about. Like, for me, Davrin is being pretty carried by the Griffin aspect of his story. Yeah, it's a back and forth for me in this game. Back and forth. And I mean, overall, I'm still very much loving the game. I think I still lean on the closer to the 8 out of 10, maybe. Damn, got my titties out. I never like these designs. You're telling me this will stay on us while we're fighting? No, it won't. Get out of here. We'll go back to this fit. Alright, Egghead, talk to me.
The Dalish prisoners escaped safely?
We got them away free and clear.
Good. Whatever my frustrations with them, it feels good to have helped my people again. Thank you for allowing me to help. Chance to infuriate Elganon was a reminder of simpler times.
You said you found the Dalish frustrating. Why is that?
It is unfair to them. I lived for thousands of years, and after I imprisoned the Evanuris, I slept for thousands more. I awoke in a world that had forgotten the ancient times almost entirely. And those who tried to remember Elven history, like the Dalish, had gotten so much wrong.
Let me guess. You tried to tell them what they were getting wrong and they didn't believe you?
There are few things that frustrate me as much as ignorance. I tried to explain the truth to one clan. When I convinced them that I was truly Fanharel, they attacked me. After that, I hid my explanations behind the facade of having witnessed events in the Fade.
And the Fade is the realm of dreams. Hard to present that as evidence.
Yes. The Dalish had no reason to believe me. I could only watch as they continued to worship Elganon, though we may have seen the last of that tradition, at least.
Oh, I'm so curious what kind of... Like, they are answering a lot of... Like, I'm curious, what could be next for Dragon Age? Like, I feel like a lot of lingering questions were answered in Inquisition, or have been answered here.
You and Elganon were really tearing into one another back there.
I needed to goad him to anger in order to distract him. But yes, while all of the Evanuris were monsters in their own ways, Elganon was the worst. Or perhaps it is more honest to say that his were the faults I found most objectionable.
I know he's pretty bad.
You have met him now. Heard his voice hammering at the doors of your mind. And you have met me. Can you see how he and I might frustrate one another?
They're both prideful.
The two of you are too much alike. Both of you want to be in charge.
I have no desire to be in charge.
Solus.
No, you just want to be able to correct anyone who's not doing everything the way you'd have done.
There we go. Clock them.
I see you have been observing me as well during these conversations.
All right, I can see how you and Elganon would hate each other.
He has always been what I most feared becoming. Callous and uncaring, his arrogance unchecked.
It is what you have become.
To have that much power and no one to remind him that he could be wrong.
Well, he had you.
And I suppose I had you.
You're Inquisitor. You had the Inquisitor. The Inquisitor tried his best.
Last time I got his attention, he got angry enough to come after us with the Blighted Dragons. Hopefully this baits him into a mistake we can use against him.
Every act of resistance is a thorn in his side. He will break soon. When we first met, I saw you only as a foolishly confident child who disrupted my plans. You were an irritant. I gave you information to oppose Elganon out of necessity, but I expected you to be nothing more than a tool. Seeing you with your team, I was wrong.
Did he just... I feel like our Inquisitor never got Solus to admit he was wrong. Yep.
I appreciate you saying that. Couldn't have been easy.
The only thing worse than being wrong is realizing it, but being afraid to change. Elganon's pride is no greater than mine, but he denies any failure on his part, and I at least try to acknowledge my mistakes. Your team trusts you, and you listen to them. It is impressive and enviable. It took me centuries to build such a bond during my rebellion, and when I served the Inquisition, I try to avoid entanglements.
What about the Inquisitor? Does he not count as a friend?
He does. One of several I grew fond of despite myself when I was with the Inquisition. There was also Cole, a spirit of compassion I helped adapt to our world. He was the only one who knew who I really was. I miss him a great deal. Josephine, the Inquisition's ambassador, was a bastion of kindness and decency in a world that looked down on elves and apostates. Even Cassandra Pendergast of the Order of the Seekers. She was what a believer should be. Faithful, practical, committed to serving, not ruling. I suppose I did bond with the Inquisition after all, as you have with your team.
Thank you for sharing that. So what comes next? What are the gods going to do?
Elganon and Gillenane are preparing the dagger they will use for their ritual to pierce the veil. Elganon's power is tied to light and darkness. He will need to perform a ritual during the next eclipse.
That gives us some time to prepare.
It is likely to be your last chance to do so.
Oh.
You must be ready for whatever comes, for this world and for the team that trusts you. I know that you will do everything in your power not to fail them.
We really haven't been handed a rough defeat yet.
So now Elganon's recovered his own archdemon, and the gods only need an eclipse to complete their dagger.
We saved the Dalish, though. That's important.
But now Elganon's immortal, so long as his archdemon lives.
And we all know how hard those things are to kill.
We killed Razikale, didn't we?
After losing hundreds of wardens, and it took a centuries-old trap to do it. We don't have either of those. Not anymore.
Just when you think the tide's in your favor, it turns right back.
Okay, we always knew this was gonna be hard, right? And yeah, maybe it's a little harder now. More than a little. But either we stop this, or all of Thetis falls. So we see it through, all the way. Because no one else is going to.
Nice speech, Rook. But
Thanks,
it's hard
Varric.
to complete a contract if you don't know where the target is.
We found the gods before.
Not without help, we didn't.
So we get help again. We've got allies everywhere now.
I can think of a few options, but I'm open to suggestions.
Wardens have run dry. Nothing new is moving in the deep roads.
And the Veil Jumpers couldn't find any trace of Elgranon or his archdemon.
The crows may have something. The Antam are moving large quantities of supplies out of the city. Weapons, armor, gatlock. And several storehouses worth of food, what little we had left. It's enough to feed the Antam Navy for 3 months. Or all of Treviso for 6 weeks.
Given the timing, it seems unlikely to be a coincidence.
Wherever those supplies are headed, that's likely where we'll find the gods. Any more details from the crows, Lucanus?
They said the Antam have long work ahead. We have time. Also, Biago would like a meeting. At your earliest convenience. From him, that means important, but not yet urgent.
We've got options for what we do next. Figuring out where the Antam are taking those supplies should put us on the gods' trail. That said, the Venatori aren't up to anything good in Minrathis.
Not to complicate things, but the Inquisitor also wants to meet Rook.
Right. With everything he's been doing in the south, we owe him an update.
I'll let him know.
Today could have gone better, but it could have gone much worse. We fought off the Venatori and rescued the Dalish. That's a win by any standard. Rest up and be ready to go. Next time the gods appear, let's make sure it's the last.
Okay. I'm so... I can't really tell. Are we nearing the end? Or are we nearing the point where we suffer a massive defeat? Because, I don't know, Weishaupt didn't feel like too much of a defeat. I feel like we weren't really connected enough to the Wardens to have that defeat feel like a true defeat. Rook, we have continued to study changes in the Blight. Our latest findings are very interesting and disturbing. We can't let this spread continue. We'll catch you up the next time you're in the wetlands, Antoine. Rook, we heard the wonderful news coming out of Arlathan. You're doing, we're told. Oh. I read that wrong. The Venatori are still reeling from their failure, and Dorian's caught wind of some of their most recent plans. Drop by the shop when you can. May. Emmerich and Posh. It looks like every companion wants to chat.
Myrna, hello. I assume Vorgol's not far
We
behind.
have her, Rook. We have her. We know exactly what she's planning.
The professor asked us to research the artifact that came into the possession of Johanna Hezenkos.
She carries a gloaming lantern.
That bad as it sounds?
They were fashioned in ages past by unscrupulous necromancers. The lanterns steal and concentrate life.
Johanna could use it to leech life from hundreds at a time. An endless source of power.
I never studied necromancy in Tevinter, but isn't that stupidly dangerous?
Johanna is, unfortunately, skilled enough to make an attempt, but we've found her.
She has returned to Blackthorn Manor.
Hezenkos intends to hold a soiree.
That can't be her whole plan.
No, but I propose a small group infiltrate Johanna's lair while she's distracted and destroy her lantern.
Let's do it.
Vorgoth and I must return to the necropolis.
Hunt well.
If only we could make Johanna see reason.
You tried before. She seems stubborn.
Perhaps that's why she attained immortality, while I quake on the threshold. If I make my own bid for lichdom... Oh, it's no use pretending this hasn't stirred up that old dread of my own mortality.
You could also be having a normal reaction to facing danger every other day.
No, it shouldn't be this crushing, this prevalent. No. Johanna was never beset by these sort of fears.
A little fear's healthy. You'll feel better once we crash her lair and destroy that lantern. Promise.
Wise words, Rook. Wise words. Oh, no. It's been a while since we've heard from Varric.
You've got allies from Rivain to Navarra now. If the enemy makes a move, they'll see it.
Thanks, Varric.
Hey, I got word from my mother. She wants to talk.
Have you talked with her since,
Nope, not since I told her I was non-binary. But her note said she wanted to talk about that tablet we found, the old Kunari one. Of course that's what she wants to talk about. We can go whenever you're good.
I'll let you know.
Everyone except Lucanus. Okay.
Hey, what's shaping?
Oh.
No one says, what's shaping anymore?
I thought it was a dwarf thing.
Yeah, if you lived in Orzammar 20 years ago.
Wow, just trying to be nice, and what do I get? Sass.
Aw, well, I appreciate it. And I'm doing okay. I think I just need some time to think and sort things out.
You can talk to your friends about it. I hear that helps.
It's already helping. You checking on me, I mean. I still remember every moment of it. Suffocating under the weight of the Titan's pain. I couldn't see a way past it. And all I wanted was for the rest of the world to suffer too. And then everyone was there. And that's when I knew we'd be okay. That I'd be okay.
You needed a little push, but this battle was yours.
Okay,
you
that's
fought,
the right thing to say.
And you won.
You helped me remember who I was. Not some titan, but just Lace Harding. And you believed in me. Enough to risk everything. I'll never forget that, so don't you forget it either.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, I think about Solus sometimes. He's been trapped by his mistakes for eons. When you're blinded by sorrow and pain, you need someone to help you past it. But he's too proud for that. He believes he's alone, even when he doesn't have to be.
He'll never ask for help, but that doesn't mean we can't offer it anyway. But do you think he can be helped?
The Inquisitor and Solus were friends. I know he wants his friend back. He's reached out. All Solus has to do is take the offered hand, the simplest thing, and yet no one's beyond help, Rook. No one. I have to believe it. Or none of this matters.
I feel like Elgernon's a bit gone.
Rook, Evka and Antoine sent word. A warden's arrived at Lavendel with news. He might have a lead on Isaiah.
Then we've got to get to Lavendel.
Agreed. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Rook, I've compiled the last reports from an informant. You remember our talk with Rana? She had a lead on Alia's location. A place called Sanctum Lucican.
A lost Tevinter temple, right? Does this mean you found it?
I'm pretty damn sure.
Of course you found it. And you were worried.
A bit early for the past tense.
So where is this place?
The Mirathas Catacombs, an underground temple to the god of night. It was sealed off and forgotten under a derelict building outside the Thread Market. I've had an eye on the catacombs. Alias haunted them before, but they span the city, endless twists, hidden passages. It's too much to sweep alone. Thanks to Rana's information, I was able to drop the right hints, ask the right questions. Now we've got a sanctum.
Are you ready?
Rook, I don't know. We'll find out. Ducktown's on edge. People are missing. The Threads are putting up a fight against Alia's followers, but they can't last forever. Alia's a powerful blood mage now. If I let her finish the ritual, no more chances.
Huh. So what's our next move?
Meet at the Swan, put the last pieces in place after that. We'll see.
I don't have 12,000, do I?
Strength earns mastery.
Oh, that's not good. Not even a little bit. Rook, we have to go. We might already be too late.
Slow down. What's happening?
The artifact. Remember how I told you that I'd know if they started another ritual? They did, and it's big. Really, really big. Arlethan big, maybe.
You're sure?
Completely. Nothing else explains that resonance.
Okay, so how do we stop that from happening?
I don't know. Hope the ritual's just started? We might be able to stop it if they haven't gotten very far.
And if they've had the chance?
These rituals need an anchor with a physical body, so not a spirit or whatever Anaris is, which means Syrian. And there's only one way to free an anchor.
Then let's not waste any time.
Okay. It's like we're hitting the final quests for every companion's personal journey.
We have discovered more. We've traced several disappearances to an unusual possession.
It seeks fear. Cut it down.
I must visit the memorial gardens later.
There is much to be done. Farewell.
Asperg. Wetlands then, huh?
Okay, so the plan is basically to sneak around, find Hezenkos's lantern, and smash it. That's quite a crowd over in the manor.
Johanna's gathering. If she's
gonna she wants to sacrifice everyone in that manor.
Fortunately, we have someone who
Manfred.
can pass as a servant.
Manfred, can you pour fancy wine and nod? Send him in.
Right, Manfred. You're to find Johanna's guests and help us gather information on where her workshop might be. We'll be watching in case anything occurs.
I love Manfred.
Something's gonna occur.
Once we find and destroy Johanna's lantern, we'll end whatever she's planning. Hopefully before she introduces the lantern to her guests.
That should be enough time for Manfred to blend in as a servant.
Let's find a place inside to observe him, quietly.
Right.
Now, is there new stuff to loot?
Did you notice? There are far fewer corpses here than there should be.
Okay, no, there's pretty much no new loot. Now there's restocking of the Etheric Remnant, but no new chests.
Sounds like the party's in that main hall where we confronted Hezenkos.
Perfect. We can watch Manfred discreetly from the balconies.
And see if Hezenkos has that lantern on her.
There's Manfred. And Johanna.
But no lantern.
Now, you were saying about a shrine in the manor.
Yes, a shrine revealed by a spectral tome, which, as an expert, I could read if our host ever lets me into the library.
An ancestral shrine? I could question the deceased there about the location of Johanna's lantern.
Well, if a book can lead us to the shrine, let's hit the library. The library's to the east, right?
where we close Hezenkos' portal into the Fade.
Huh. Yeah. Why'd she come back?
Johanna must have a workshop hidden here. Likely where she's prepared whatever she plans to empower with this lantern.
Yeah, I've been through there.
Corpses!
Johanna's creatures. We must deal with them quickly. I'd expected Johanna to post more guards.
Maybe she didn't want to scare her guests? Let's see if we can find that book pointing to the ancestral shrine. Nothing about a shrine here.
And what's a romance doing under geography?
What about this? That book just snarled at me.
Ah, there's our spectral tome. Well done.
It's not opening.
One must be delicate. That guest
The
of
book barked
Johanna's
at me.
claimed to be an expert in spectral literature.
And was interested in the shrine. Let's have Manfred hand him the book. See what he says. Were you waiting for us? Manfred, take this tome to the man asking about the shrine, please.
Don't worry. We'll watch from the balcony.
Manfred, I love you. Oh, let's chat. I'll get to you. I'm gonna trust or no, it's not. No, actually, hold up. Fuck. Whoa. You know, this isn't the right way. I remember losing this. Damn.
What's this? The Spectral Guide to Blackthorn Manor? There now. I only want to look up one thing. Ah, there is an ancestral shrine in the northwest wing.
Perfect. Let's go to the shrine.
Yes, the deceased there should be most helpful in finding Johanna's lantern. This way to the shrine.
Okay.
Why'd so many people come to Hezenkos' party? Is it the food? Oh. Food actually smells pretty good. Wait, was it corpses? Was this food made by corpses?
Of course not. Corpses never prepare food for risk of desiccated skin contaminating the meal.
Okay. Good.
All meal preparation is handled exclusively by skeletons.
Oh, come on!
Shrine's locked.
We must find a... Manfred?
What's he got there?
You have the...
Is this the key to the shrine?
Manfred.
Excellent, Manfred.
How'd you do that? How'd you do that, Manfred? You little sneak.
Oh my. A body from the House of the Verheims, prepared during the Storm Age.
Well, anyone can see that.
We'll have to inter it safely in the necropolis. Afterwards.
Time to find Hezenkos. He's all yours, Emmerich.
By flame and seal. By light and flood. Open your eyes once more.
Who dares disturb?
Friends to the dead.
Friends, this one was abandoned. Lost.
Emmerich, it's getting noisy.
He's unusually obstinate. Speak! Where is Hezenkos?
Prove yourselves. What claim have you to the deceased? A willing dead companion. This one concedes. Hezenkos makes something that should not be.
I love Manfred.
Red tapestry. Look there.
Rook, did you hear that? Manfred just...
I know. Also, we should move.
I'm so proud of you, Manfred. I'm so proud.
Oh, he can talk. Manfred, say something else. Come now. You just spoke.
We have to go.
Yes, yes.
I mean, I want to hear Manfred say more words. Aha!
More undead.
Work. We're on the right track.
All right. Where's that red tapestry?
See, we have a puzzle. I'm not the right sim. No, neither of those are the...
This wall looks... Ha! Secret door!
Manfred, could you please squeeze through and open the door from the other side? Aha! I knew I didn't imagine him speaking.
How can Manfred talk now?
He began as a wisp that embodied what most wisps do. Curiosity. I knew he was learning quickly outside the necropolis, but this level of complexity is remarkable.
Okay. Talking is fine.
It's more than fine, Tash. It's a great achievement.
Great. Good for him. It's good. Not weird.
Good work, Manfred.
Hope this leads to where Hezekiah is keeping that lantern.
I can only imagine what she's planning to use it for.
Ability now costs plus 50 momentum, plus 30% of damage. Using now heals you for 1 health per momentum spent. Aha! Fucking duh. You. Recent acquisitions: Grey Warden helmet promising Providence Third Blight, tapestry from Tantovale depicting Our Lady Andraste, Elysian theater masks never worn. Perhaps these will bring his lordship out of his mood. He's been low ever since we uncovered those tombs in the cliffs and what lay inside them.
Another shrine.
Why is it so cold in here?
For the fairest of flowers, may she keep her bloom in death. Okay, we got one thing in that. I was hoping for a little bit more, but that's okay. Alright, Manfred. Follow.
This must lead to Johanna's workshop.
What's that through the wall?
Fucking Mass Effect 2 giant robot Reaper thing at the end. That's what that is.
Oh my word.
It's big.
I thought you and your little friends might work place my party locker.
Johanna, even half Lich, you can't control something this massive.
That glowing skeleton up there. That's Hezekiah's lantern.
She's going to use the life stored in it to reanimate that monstrosity. Quickly, we must reach the lantern.
Last invitations to send. Stravelton the Dillon. Coltenbach. Did she think I'd ever read that critique? I'd never read that critique. Lavenhouse. He dared plagiarize some of my work. And one condescending professor of antiquities. What is his name? Veilguard? Too much of a risk. I'll crush him later in my leisure. That preposterous skeleton dregs everywhere nowadays.
This is a revenge list.
Johanna was never one to refuse a long and complex grudge.
People from the party, you,
Unsurprising?
and Manfred.
How dare she?
How dare she target Manfred? Damage increases my current momentum.
A lot of undead.
You may as well wait for the fuel in a bonfire.
I'm seeing why Hezekiah's failed that Lich morality test.
We must make haste to that lantern. Unbelievable. Johanna's stolen a chamber from the Grand Necropolis and transposed it under Blackthorn Manor.
She did what? How does that even work?
The Necropolis's walls here are still intact. No wonder we couldn't sense what she's been creating. Oh, I wish Manfred had stayed above.
He'll be fine. We'll handle this.
Manfred, there you are.
And can you release that ladder?
Thank you, Manfred. Now find somewhere safe.
Manfred's gonna... I swear, if Johanna hurts Manfred, she ain't getting a redemption arc. She ain't getting forgiveness.
There's the lantern. You're gonna free the spirits inside?
We must, before we can destroy it.
Like back when you were freeing those spirits Hezenko's trapped in the manor? That took a lot out of you.
I must try, Rook.
Emmerich!
There are too many trapped spirits. I'm sorry. I can't. Another lash of power might end me.
No. Damn, Hezenkos. Rude. Oh, how'd you get here?
What's that, Volkaren? Afraid to chance death for your precious spirits? For all your fine words on the subject, only I had the courage to risk my life for our art.
I've seen Emmerich face worse than you.
I'm not the one so paralyzed by fear I couldn't seize immortality.
Johanna! Listen to me. You're right. I've never overcome fear of that final dark. I miss having a friend that could.
Yes. Always the idealist.
I'm sorry Lichdom failed you. I swear I would have helped you had you come to me. But puppeting this creature...
Puppet? Puppet? Do you think I'm staying a failed lich? I won't command my greatest creation! I will become it!
No.
How good to see you, friends. Scoffing colleagues, interfering Templars, inept rivals. You all have a place in my heart. And tonight you will fuel my ascension at the cost of your miserable lives.
Move.
You tell it, Manfred.
You think you can stop me? Once I get rid of you, I will merge with my greatest work and conquer this city!
Emmerich. Can she do that?
Yes! She's attempting full possession with the light of the people here.
We need to stop Hezenkos long enough to destroy that lantern.
With that much life inside it, the backlash could...
We don't have a choice.
Once I destroy you wretches, my union with my creation will be complete. Aren't you persistent? Fine! I'll go down there myself.
About time.
Silence! I'll crush you myself if I must. Touching that you brought your new friends to die with you, Volkaren. I'll be sure to bury you all in the same tomb!
This isn't working. We can't break the lantern.
You think I'd leave myself vulnerable to you? Enough playing! Your pointless lives will fuel my triumph! Ah! What the crap is that?
She's draining life from us. We must find shelter.
Right. You can't free the spirits in that lantern?
It might kill me and not even work. No living thing can approach it and... Manfred!
No!
Come back!
Any last words, Volkaren, before I... Ugh, you miserable little...
Manfred!
My boy!
Manfred knew you could do this. So do I.
By the spirits bound here, night and shadow, light and blood.
What are you doing?
Let your chains loosen. Let the fade draw close.
You'll never succeed, you old fool!
I release you to the air.
No! You small-minded!
There goes the fucking hand. The hand of glory.
Emmerich, how's Manfred holding to...
We must go to the necropolis.
I swear to God. Manfred better pull through. He's the only one I care about.
His body could only take so much. But I underestimated him, Rook. What bravery in the heart of the dead. And how he grew. Manfred disobeyed me beautifully. He was his own soul at the end.
Can you bring him back?
I will ask.
Emmerich Volkaren. You were not expected so soon.
So handshakes now? Or...
Not quite yet. My lord, I come regarding Manfred, my fallen companion.
Yes, there are ways to return his spirit. But should you do this, Lichdom falls from your grasp.
What? Why?
Lichdom is long. If I'm to stand outside death, I must make peace with others passing through it.
What would we otherwise become? How many exceptions till tyranny? Revive him and remain mortal. Or let him slumber.
Oh, now this is an evil choice.
Emmerich.
Manfred chose to help us. Am I too weak to accept his well-earned rest? I yearn for Lichdom Rook. That leap into something greater, that everlasting light. Do I revive him and live out my days? Or do I honor death by letting him rest and protect this world through immortality?
Mortality's a hard price, but you'd miss Manfred.
Oh, of course I would. But a Watcher should be more accepting of loss, of grief, of his own death in turn.
You're braver than you know, Emmerich. You've always risked your life. Against Hezenkos, against the gods.
Death's abyss always recedes with someone to brave it for.
I think facing a lot of things would be easier if Manfred was back.
Oh, he was fearless. He has so much potential, Rook. So far to grow.
Then help him do it.
You're absolutely right. I'll need your help. Rest easy, Manfred. We'll soon have you back amongst the living.
Bring him back now. Bring back Manfred.
I should check on Emmerich and see if he's ready to bring back Manfred.
A letter stamped with the Mornwatch seal. Peasant Claus's creation will be dealt with. We will remove it once preparations are complete. Flee if it appears in your dreams. Sign with a complicated, impenetrable sigil. Oh, lovely. Oh, I have him doing the thing. Talk to Harding before we go to Emmerich. In case Emmerich teleports us.
I'm meeting Stalgard at Isana Nagat on the mountain. Come with me?
Is there unfinished business?
No, nothing of the sort, but I could use company if you're up for the trip.
And that should be her final quest then.
I've made my preparations, Rook. Will you help me restore Manfred to the world of the living?
I'll do whatever I can.
Thank you. We must go to the necropolis once you're ready.
I need Manfred back right away. I'm not waiting.
Okay, Emmerich. How's this work?
We'll need assistance finding Manfred's wisp and drawing it back into his body. By pact and pledge, I seek an audience. By light and breath, let wisdom come. You've met these spirits before, but I've never properly introduced you. Rook, allow me to present two Necropolis Guardians, the keepsake of ages and far-sighted curio.
Hey.
Hello.
Good to meet you. And watch your Volcarin again.
Yes, friends are always welcome to return to the necropolis.
Friends. My assistant, my ward, Manfred, sacrificed himself to save us.
We'd heard you'd abandoned Lichdom to bring him back. Your work, your dreams.
You paid the price. But it seems there are many flickers of curiosity in the Fade.
And only one you seek. Draw his wisp near. Speak.
Can I help?
Yes, please. Think of Manfred. Tell me something you felt about him. Concentrate.
Oh, all of these are good. He never stopped trying. He loved you. I love this one. I'm always a sucker for trying.
Well, he had some issues with judging distances and shiny objects, but he never let that stop him. That's Manfred to me.
In the sea of the Fade, there are wakes left by our passing. Our desires, our fears. I leave this beacon for you, Manfred.
I should have said I loved you.
My voice.
I should have said he loved you.
Return to me, please. Manfred?
It worked.
Hooray! Don't tell me he can fucking... Fuck does this mean? Father and son.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful indeed.
I fucking love that stupid skeleton.
Thanks for stitching that seam on my coat, Fred. It was
It's got
coming
a
loose.
coat.
And nice new threads yourself.
Thank you. Yes, we needed something to mark him as an apprentice around the necropolis.
It's a good fit. See you around.
Yes.
I fucking... Hello, Manfred.
How you doing, Manfred?
He's excited for his training. Manfred's spellcraft is coming along nicely, more or less. Some undead have the potential to cast magic. I believe his was unlocked by his journey through the Fade.
What was that like?
You mean you don't know? We must work on that enunciation. Why don't you fetch the primer?
I'm glad things worked out.
I'm glad you talked me into it. As he grows, Manfred will better learn to take care of himself. I won't worry so much when I pass on.
How do you feel about that last part?
I have moments of regret for what Lichdom might have been. But none would make me exchange this for anything.
God, I love Manfred. If anyone chooses Lichdom over Manfred, consider yourself enemy number one. I hate you. I'll never like you. Manfred is the fucking best. Oh my gosh. Death becomes Emmerich tries to resurrect his undead command. The renewed bond has made him even stronger. Your aid is alive. Let's see. Emmerich thrives with his bond. His tunes the greatest most. Oh, he has Oh. New drip for Emmerich? Hold on. 'Cause I think Harding also got that too. Does anyone need a chat quick? Harding and Tash. Oh. I'll have to check in on that. Path of Wisdom. Oh. Damn. I wonder if there's... I wonder if I'll be able to... Will the custom gear carry over into other playthroughs? Like how is this going? Oh, am I gonna have to like rediscover everything each play this game?
So, what's this about?
I got you a thing.
Cheese!
The knickers!
What? I knew cheese was stupid.
No, back in Ferelden, we call this cheese the revered mother's knickers. Because that's what it's supposed to smell like.
Oh dear.
Is that good?
Tosh, it's wonderful. I'm really, really touched.
You're really nice. And, you smell good.
Oh, thank you?
Really good.
Please get there faster, Harding.
Oh. I'd really like to show you Ferelden sometime. Sharing Ferelden cheese could be a start?
Okay. Like, now?
I could eat.
Oh, good. Let's go.
What are they gonna eat? Each other. Okay. Let's do some codex reading. Site of ancient temple dedicated to Elgarnon. His symbols are everywhere. Interesting inscriptions have been sent for study. Strong, lingering magic that feels tightly controlled, like water behind a dam. Ward somewhere? Managed to climb one of the floating towers. Seems stable. Might collapse if magic decays or wards are disrupted. Irilyn reports feeling disturbed on drawing close to the lakeshore. Further observations needed. Translated some inscriptions, full translations attached. Found reference to a thing called Elgarnon's Pride, resting in a place of honor, a weapon, a magical artifact. Temple was stripped of valuables by Devinter ages ago. Elgarnon's Pride, whatever it is, probably long gone. Volunteering for next expedition. I want to poke at the words and see the disturbing lake. From a wall inscription inside a ruined temple once dedicated to Elgarnon, translated from ancient Elfhen by Abelara. Offer yourself to Elgarnon, first of the firstborn, exalted amongst the lords of Arlathan. Drunk on adulation, we pour out praises like wine to him who has dominion over all, and to whom all glory is owed, for he is Lord of the day and night, who calls the moon and sun to him like doves, who commands the wind and the tides, who quelled an unquiet earth and praised upon it a paradise. Notes from Balara, Nathalanaste. He seriously thought all that about himself. Talk about creepy. I need a bath. 9 elven gods, 7 Tevinter gods, lines up because Mythal was murdered before Arlathan's destruction and Fen'Aral is Fen'Aral. we're pretty sure about. Algernon, day, night, the sun, tyranny, lordship, fatherhood, vengeance. He just wants all the words, doesn't he? Lucican, dragon and knight. Delanane, Hala, navigation, monsters. Razakal, dragon of mystery. Sulays, Toth, the dragon of fire. June, Euthemiel, dragon of beauty. We're still arguing about Derthaman, Dumat, dragon of silence. Secret silence makes sense. Palandine, Zazakel, dragon of chaos. Death causes chaos, chaos causes death. Andriel, Andorel, dragon of slaves. Andriel and Andorel sound alike. Added in Nev's handwriting. If it helps, Dumat likes like toads. Did Derthaman? Notes for our second book club meeting. Valara, Nev, Harding, Emmerich, Lucanus, book Mistress of the Scarlet Moon by Eerie and Cestes. Chosen by Harding, notes taken by Valara. Harding felt the archery scenes were very unrealistic, spent 7 minutes demonstrating that the shots described were completely impossible, broke 3 lamps. Emmerich thought protagonists made very realistic decisions, felt that the number of songs in the book was excessive. Me, lost copy of the book halfway through reading it, was still able to guess the plot twist correctly. Nev commented that the book made her hungry, elaborating that it was not the blood. Lucanus felt the book accurately conveyed the boring parts of being an assassin, did not enjoy book. Dice rolled and Lucanus picks the next book. I love the notes being found throughout this game. Seeing Uncle Eldrin again brought up old memories. I remember how tough he could be when I was a kid, always pushing me harder, never allowing for mistakes. He'd tell me, the world eats mistakes for dinner, don't be its next bite. We fought a lot, but there was love too. He wasn't even a real uncle. My own family never understood my restlessness, my need to leave the clan and strike out on my own. Eldrin did, and now I see he was preparing me. Our yelling and fighting toughened me up, made me stand on my own 2 feet, and sharpened a will inside me that would have been dull without him. I don't think I'd be alive if it hadn't been for the lessons he taught me. Wound still infected but improving. Applied fresh dressings and ink smears across the page. He woke while I wrote the above note and grabbed my wrist with a sense of urgency. He seemed to recognize that we haven't met, but was confused about whether I was a warden or if I'd been at Weishaupt. He was distressed by the idea that I might have been injured and wanted to make sure I'd made it out all right, asking the question repeatedly. After reassuring him, the patient calmed and seemed to understand what was happening. However, he tensed again and said, "Gods, they're calling it. They don't want to hear it yet. Please, not yet." Excerpt from Physician Flynn's patient notes. A series of research notes with the first in Antoine's hand. Sample 1, spreading across the glass more than expected. Pulsing pattern different at first, now matches others. Pulsing pattern now different than the others. Inconsistent behavior, but why? In Evka's hand, inconsistent or creating a harmony, one that makes sense to the blight? In Antoine's hand, yes, or a discordance to the same effect, but with each other, or with the gods? Or is it with something else? What would happen if we moved them closer together or farther apart or somewhere else? I wonder if I could hear it better, or if there's an alchemical process that might disrupt it. Antoine, this is your reminder to take a break, love. Love, Evka. Finally, I know who the Gloomhauer really is. What started as a simple monster hunt has opened a terrible wound in Grey Warden history that none of us even knew was there. With Weishaupt and rubble, there's little chance of finding any records that might shed light on this. It seems the Gloomhauer, Isaiah, is a specter dragging all the sins of the past back to haunt us. Our own order demanded the 4th blight. Our own order demanded she blight all the griffins, or face disaster and lose the 4th blight. She's a cruel monster, yet I can't help but feel some sympathy for her. Would anyone else have done differently? The fate of every soul in Thedas rested on her shoulders. Trying to imagine that decision, it's nearly impossible. No person should have to face that dilemma. Yet Valia said it was Isaiah who hid the remaining griffin eggs to preserve them. Hassan and his family lived because of her, even though all their ancestors died because of her. It's no wonder she's so twisted and evil now, living with the guilt of what she's done. Maybe that's what all her shrieking and howling is about. A cry against the injustice of fate, the injustice of somehow surviving 400 years with this tragedy looming over her. But that's in the past. Whatever she may have been, now, today, she's willing to destroy Hassan's family. I won't allow that to happen, no matter what still haunts her. There's never been a lot of writing about what happens after the last archdemon's fall. It was lifetimes away for the wardens before us, and our lives are shorter than most. I didn't think about it either. It's sad in a way. People couldn't imagine a day it would end or that things would have a chance to get better. Not as a break between the last bad thing and the next, a chance for Thedas to recover for longer this time. Given all we've seen, maybe it needs that more than we know. The blight has changed, so stopping archdemons won't end our work. Maybe that should still feel sad, but it doesn't. There's a world here to fight for, and we can win. Excerpt from Evka's journal, a small blue flower is pressed alongside it. Now I know there's another side to griffins. I don't have to wonder about it anymore. Hassan fed vannerberries to a hala. I saw it with my own eyes. I was worried I'd have to hold him back from attacking. He's a predator after all, and it's what you'd expect from his lion half. What lion wouldn't eat deer? But it looks like there's something else in there too. Hassan seems to have the instincts of a dog herding sheep. Maybe instinct is the wrong word. He understood the Hollow was hungry and seemed to sympathize and want to protect it. That's beyond instinct in my book. Hassan didn't gain anything from helping. There's more to griffins than any of us knew. Wardens Evka and Antoine, I know Treviso is not the only place crying out for help. We are grateful for the wardens you've spared us. While one of your medics remain in the city, we slipped the others outside. They're bringing aid to the farmers, the stables, everywhere the blighted water spreads its poison and everywhere the crows cannot reach. Your notes on how to slow the blight around the canals have helped us within Treviso itself. I've drawn up a map of what it looks like now. If you can provide further insight, Viago and I will be further in your debt. Treviso, all of Antiva will not surrender. It must be possible to survive this. Please address your letters to Taya in your reply. I hope there is a world after this where we might simply write as newfound friends. Taya, you don't owe us or any wardens a debt. This is what we do. We only wish it could be more. I have included suggestions for the canals and Antoine added notes for dealing with boils. And it's no surprise you won't surrender. It's not easy and there's already been sacrifice. But this isn't over. Antiva survived the 2nd and 4th blights in the past. We'll do all we can to help you through this one too. In war, victory. I can't stop imagining Johanna's attempt at lichdom. The incantations, the preparations, the final blow, then to accomplish nearly everything all alone yet still fail. How she'll chafe at her inability to learn new magic. Is fixing this part of whatever she's planning? What would have happened if we'd stayed friends? Would I have supported Johanna's renegade bid for immortality outside our oaths? Even joined her? In the deep hours of the night, I fear my answers. Note from Emek attached to a copied-out recipe. Lucanus, here's my mother's hazelnut torte. She made one every winter's end. 1.5 cups of sugar, 2 cups of finely ground toasted hazelnuts, 3/4 of a cup of sifted flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, sifted flour, 8 eggs, whites and yolks separated, 1 1/4 cups of apricot preserves, apricot liqueur for brushing, icing, 8 ounces of chopped up dark chocolate, 1 cup of heavy cream, pinch of salt, 2 tablespoons of orange liqueur or rum or strong coffee if wanted. Beat egg yolks with sugar until thick and light yellow. Beat egg whites in fresh bowl. Mix ground hazelnuts into the egg yolk and sugar. Slowly add flour, then gently fold in egg whites. Butter and flour 2 8.5-inch pans. Bake around an hour, 325 degrees. Take cakes from pans, cool, split in half, brush with apricot liqueur, warm apricot preserves, strain out skins, spread preserves across the cakes, then some icing as you stack. Decorate with icing and whole hazelnuts. Gently boil cream, then pour over chopped chocolate, add pinch of salt for taste, stir, then let rest for 15-20 minutes to make sure it's all melted. Cool completely, then whip it up and decorate the cake. Can add in coffee or liqueur or both to taste. Also add in ground hazelnuts when whipping up the icing to add texture. This actually sounds really fucking good, and I wish I could bake it good, because I really want to make that. On death. I never thought I could teach Emmerich anything about magic, but the other day he got really excited when I told him about Avar spirits I saw in the Frostback Basin. You remember me writing about that? He did know that Avars believe in reincarnation. The Morn Watch likes learning about different death customs. It made me ask him what the Watchers think happens after you die. He got all pensive and kind of sad and said not even they know for sure. That must be so frustrating. For that to be your whole life and not even know? I'm going to try to cheer him up with a hike. Hikes always make me feel a little better. Those judgmental fossils in the Morn Watch claimed what I am about to attempt was mere theory or folly, or whatever easy dismissal rose to their cobwebbed minds. They've ignored the genius conceit of folding the bond of a construct this size within the motive force of a commanding mage, namely myself. What glorious union! A simple thought, and its arms will sweep away my enemies like scattered sand. A gesture, and luminous beams from its eyes will blast through rock and steel. Note to self, adjust the lantern casing. The eyes aren't working consistently yet. The blithering sod should have given me that doctorate when they had the chance. Dearest guest, famed necromancer Johanna Hasenkos invites you to a gathering of like-minded colleagues in Blackthorn Manor to witness a demonstration of her newest breakthrough in the necromantic arts. While your host must keep details a secret, she assures you this evening is not to be missed. Dinner will be served after a short lecture. Dear Professor Volkarin, the Watchers are indebted to your new friends for their assistance in stopping the exile Johanna Hasenkos and recovering the basalt hypogeum. It took great magic for Hasenkos to transport such a large portion of the necropolis. We will attempt to reverse the process. The other Watchers and I have discovered a curious remainder of your battle in the rubble of the mansion's great hall. I'd fain entrust it to your safekeeping. Cordially yours. I can't believe we found the remains of famed architect Sir Gowdery. His ancestors were the original builders of Blackthorn Manor. Gowdery was said to be close to finishing his life's work, repairing the estate to its original grandeur, when the Blackthorn sent word of his crushingly tragic accident. One wonders, the youngest of the Blackthorns was said to be a jealous man. Or perhaps Gowdery uncovered something unseemly in the vaults. Once we ferret his remains back to the necropolis, I must have a chat with the man. Harding's thoughts scribbled in the margins of her journal. They say we return to the stone after death. In Orzammar, only those laid to rest with the proper rites get to return to the stone, and the privilege of a good burial is reserved for the upper castes. No luck for the casteless or surfacers. Rejected by the stone, they say. But I'm a surfacer. The stone, whatever it is, hasn't rejected me. But if we do return to the stone, every single one of us, why can't I sense the others that have passed? And so the joyous wyvern ran, over field and through the wood, until she reached her long-missed cave, and thought, yes, this was good. Emmerich, did the books here come from outside the Fade, or did the lighthouse create them? This was read to me as a small child. I have not seen a copy since. How is there one here? A fascinating line of inquiry. No doubt it is tied to the lighthouse's enchantments. If we could find a copy of the book back in our own realm, and then compare the two texts, we might learn if the one you found was taken from your memory. More proof this place senses pieces of our thoughts. Why should we feel shame for following an elven god? Yes, our old gods were elven, and I say to you, so what? We have always known the elves possessed magical aptitude, surpassing even some of our Altus. Their deficiencies lie not in their natural ability, but in their failure to recognize it and bring it to its fullest potential. Think on it. After the loss of their leaders, the Elven Empire fell. All of their magic could not forestall their ruin, and Tevinter took what was left and worked miracles. Now, upon his return, Elgar'nan seeks out the Venatori, not the Dalish or any other elves. Raw power is worthless if not used artfully. Our Lord Elgar'nan understands this, and he honors the Venatori by choosing us. Remember that. This is insulting, right? I should be insulted. You should be. Vina Vitalis, the burned ritual. Blood magic so powerful that the old magisters destroyed it. Every rumored copy is a complete fake. Centuries pass and no one comes close to touching it. So, Aelia gets instructions from a risen god. Couldn't see that coming, and isn't it a perfect fit? Lusican's chosen. What's his play here? Missing people are for blood? Something else? Alive? At least until the ritual. Ornellic rituals take supplies. If she'd kept the threads, at least that went our way. Where is she? All this from remnants. I'm sure of what I heard, but Rook can back it. Some trouble's a good thing. We really should get that supper sometime. Rook, if Aelia knows what my heart wants, she'll take it. She loves to twist a knife. This can't be like... Just keep her eyes on me. Sweet vineyards of a youth now gone, and yet within the rising dawn. The corvid flash was there again, the metal sharp, the talons plain. Red ribbons to the Nosen drain. Was there regret or agony? It's clouded in my memory. He stands forever on a wall, untethered by a contract's call. His hands relaxed, his posture tall. There's nothing that can fill the silence. The world bereft without his kindness. Only trace of this book in the lighthouse, and it's this page. Matches the one shoved under my door. Wisps? Day drawing on a memory? Or the lighthouse itself sensing a dream? Something more? Add it to the list. Talked with Flynn at the Warden camp. They're non-binary like me. Good to meet another day. We're okay to talk about it. Mayvara said not everyone would be. Flynn said they didn't have a big struggle to find it. Just felt like they were a mind that had a body instead of a body that had a mind. Being a man or woman didn't fit with who they were. Changed to they when they were a kid. Parents supportive. Physician guy too. No big fight. Didn't know May, Varus, or Tarquin. Told Flynn about them. They could probably get Flynn discounts on magical stuff. Flynn can help mix the medicines I need to help with fire breathing. They asked if I felt the same as they did for mind-body stuff. Did breathing fire make me feel disconnected from my body? Don't think fire breathing is what did it. What they're talking about sounds like kind of like Kuhn stuff. Mind, soul, body. I just felt wrong as a woman. Wait, Flynn wrote stuff down. Only they wrote non-binary instead of non-binary. Are we supposed to write it with a dash or not? They also wrote themselves instead of themselves. Which one is right? Flynn says I should do what works for me. That does not help. I want to do it right. Flynn said maybe me wanting to follow rules is because of Kuhn stuff. Ben said sorry because I guess I glared at them. Flynn was trying to be nice. Healers are always like this. Gold patterns on back like a hunting cat. Tan belly. Colors make her good for ambushing targets from the sky. Also shows off fire to look scary. Anything she can bring down, small but aggressive for dragon. Will go after people during encounters. Uses flames to herd targets to open so she can kill them. Burns all her food before eating. Maybe so she doesn't get sick. Fang Scorchers are mean. The Antam lured this one to attack the village. Bastards. She was smart enough to set traps and hold grudges. Not smart enough to control herself. Chakra Toebra. Lose control of yourself and you turn into a monster that someone has to take down. Tosh. Did some digging on this Dragon King. After the Antam split from the Kuhn, the generals and admirals broke away and became independent warlords. The Dragon King's soldiers aren't interested in trading. They've attacked villages. They're killing people without even trying to convert them. Whoever this Dragon King is, he's brutal. We've got reports of victims burned in what looks like an Antam ritual. I'll let you know if I find anything else. Stay sharp. Remember, treat every door like a trap. Gold and glory. Kithshaw, Kathaban, still stupid name. They would have queens! Not a thing. What do we know? The Dalish tell the tale of how Elgar'nan overthrew the sun. Balara says details differ depending on the clan. Told one way, Elgar'nan sought vengeance against the sun for burning the earth. In Bel's clan, Elgar'nan struck down the sun to bring the first night. Either way, defeating the sun gave him control over day and night. There's always a little truth buried in the legends, but never enough. The real story, or what we've put together, Elgar'nan was the greatest elven general. He led them to victory in their wars, then declared himself god and king. That's the control angle, but it wasn't enough, so he bound a dragon to himself and used the blight to take even more power. He was a tyrant who subjugated his followers' mind and body, demanding love and perfect obedience. Now he's back. Great. Been trying to figure out what the Venatori with the sickles are doing. They're fighting weird, swinging them almost like axes, but a sickle's blade doesn't face outward like an axe blade does. A sickle's blade faces down perpendicular to the handle. You'd swing it to chop down more or hook onto something if you were trying to catch hold and then climb. Or an expert would snap their wrist back right as they connected so that the blade would twist along the point of impact. That's how you cut through stuff cleanly with a single slice. These guys are clearly trained, so why fight that way? Update. Talked with Nev. It's because they aren't trying to get quick kills. They're trying to make bleeding wounds. The weapons are enchanted. They use blood magic to do their fancy vanishing and jumping around tricks. Assholes. Okay. Ooh. A lot of reading there. And that's going to be where we stop for today. Made some pretty good progress, I'd say. We should be at 49 hours now. Let's see. Yep, 49 hours. Oh my goodness. I'm curious really how my thoughts here on the pacing will change retroactively once we're finished. Right? Because I'm going back and forth on a lot of my opinions regarding this game. Like I'm liking it. It's just I think it's just because of the questions that are still lingering that I'm waiting to be answered. But I'm having a blast with this game. Y'all, thank you for hanging. Thank you for lurking. I will be back tomorrow. I'm not sure if I won't do an afternoon stream tomorrow, but probably evening stream. No evening stream today. I'm gonna be busy. So yeah, goodbye. Woo!